Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens. First off, I do not at all know the correct answer.
I want to know. My sole underlining question is just if they lose pigment just in their hair or in their whole body.
I know,
Like, not maybe you can tell if their skin brightens or maybe it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to know if they still would lose it a little bit, like even just the slightest.
I believe the answer is yes, but I would also say it's not to the same degree because you also have to remember your skin is living cells. Your hair is dead.
You're right.
I found that so interesting. You state it. X, stop being a fucking...
Asian women were forced to bind their feet, not only to have small feet, but with this binding, it's forced them to walk, which would flex their hip muscles in specific ways. The effect resulted in muscular vaginal muscles. What?
Pause.
Make sure to look it up if this is correct.
And I did.
Okay, so them binding their feet helps them contract their...
Well, first off, we all know that Asian culture is very famous for, specifically Chinese and Japanese. It's very famous that the women are small, tiny, the men are bigger, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things is feet. The smaller your feet, the better. So they would force their feet into shoes that would force their feet to stop growing. It constricted their toes, and that would put pressure on their feet to stop growing. That's why Asian women, on average, have much smaller feet.
Tiny feet.
Yeah. But at the same time, it was low-key also used for better vaginal muscles. And the science behind that is true.
Wrapping your feet tightens your coochie.
Because of how it flexes the hip muscles. Because the way I was told, it flexes the hip muscles out, which is putting pressure on the pussy. So it's basically doing Kegels all day long, except you're not even doing Kegels.
You're just wrapping your feet.
But it's because of the pressure and how it... So just imagine how that would feel to walk all day.
But they're so used to it and accustomed to it. And I'm sure it probably hurts and stuff like that. But now, genetically over time, their feet are small. Like, they don't have to really do that anymore, do they? Because most Asian women are, they just naturally have smaller feet. I doubt that they're still wrapping them.
I don't know that. I don't want to act like I know. I will say this: it's no coincidence.
Twice in one day. I never ask you questions that you don't know the answers to.
I also don't want I'm trying to stop. Like, if I don't know at all, I'm not going to answer them anymore. I'm not going to. I'm not feeding my ego.
You're admitting to answering questions you didn't know the answer to feed your ego. Is that what you're telling me right now?
Sure.
Self-incrimination.
What I'm trying to say is, if
you agree.
Yes, I do.
Yo, you ain't shade.
If I'm not 100% correct.
That's fucked up.
It really is.
That's fucked up.
He ain't shit.
And we always think he right. I call Francis for everything.
Me too.
I call you for everything. You can't be wrong. Like, I literally, to me.
That nigga is Google.
Yeah. You're Google. Literally. Like, if I don't know something, I tag him like, Francis, can you find this out? Or Francis, do you know the answer? So to find out that you bamboozled me.
I'm not saying that.
No, we heard it. Didn't we hear it, Monty?
I'm hurt.
Bamboozled.
Okay, you guys are making a show about this, but whatever.
You literally just said.
I said if I'm not 100% correct anymore, I'm not answering.
So that you don't?
Wait, what?
You said something about feeding your ego.
Well, that's what it's... unbiasedly speaking, that's what it is.
That's what you do to us?
Boost your ego.
No, all these times, this paper, all the times, like, yo, I have a topic. Mm-hmm. This is what it's like. Right here.
We're talking about you answering questions you don't know the answers to. You bamboozle us. That's bamboozling. And you do it to feed your ego. That is what you said, and that is the point where it makes... Monty, I need you in on this one. Talk now, my nigga.
Everybody does it, though.
Speak now, my nigga.
I don't got nothing else to
But
say.
it's different because it's coming from you. It hurts a little different.
At least
You
I'm
on my
admitting
dictionary,
it.
man.
Yeah, like I don't even know if I can trust what you say. You should just
Okay.
be telling me you have your answers, and then you go find out the truth later, and you probably get lucky because it just you make a good assumption, but even still,
Really good assumption. Like, he's good at this.
oh well, he bamboozled us. The trust is not the same.
Well, before
Rhinos
we
and aliens. Francis is not to be trusted.
long story short, before we got into this rant,
I'm just saying.
I was gonna say there's a reason why black men get hooked on Japanese pussy when they go overseas.
Any man should get hooked on Japanese pussy if that's the case. But black men especially. Oh, yes, I understand now. I wasn't thinking about that. Yep.
If you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.